video in my feed. A guy that I follow, respect, like a lot. Like many of us, there is a lot of things going on that are really not very cool. And so as I watched the video, I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm down with this. So I'm going to go ahead and share. I'm going to show you the video because he gave me permission to showcase it. So here it goes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to put out a call for channels all over YouTube that we are gathering folks together, channels that we will have discussions behind the scenes where major events are taking place that we will be able to coordinate, and that collectively we could all broadcast all at the same time with the exact same message for what is coming or where we're going or what is happening now. When we do that kind of overarching emergency broadcast system, understand that that's where the hammer will be put down on many channels. So let your hearts not be troubled. Understand that if we do activate such a emergency broadcast system between all of these channels, once we assemble them, that we understand the gravity and the moment of where we are at that time. So I would please just ask everyone to, if you could, anybody that has a channel, and I'm just going to say that anyone that has a channel with 1,000 subscribers or more, email me at dbroes, D-B-R-O-E-S, @gmail.com. Email me and just give me a phone number. I'm not sharing any of this stuff with anyone, but we're coordinating, and then I'll put that on basically I will build a technical account, a conference call number that we will be able to schedule, have a regular number that we call in, just so we can call out to people and say, join this call, it's critical, and get all of these channels to be able to update people on things that we find, rather than us being fragmented. It is time that all of us come together. Drop the silly crap that you have, trying to gain subscribers, egos. I know that there are people that are fearful out there. Look, there are channels that attack us all the time, and there's one individual that attacks me all the time. I could tell you right now, I witnessed that individual in a situation which we will be in probably many times coming soon, where the authorities and the government are putting pressure on you, like they did with myself and the group at Monument Valley. Well, that individual was so mortified and so terrified that the authorities were there that he ended up spending all of his time with them. So this is what happens. This is how easy it is for somebody to be sucked into that side. This is where they become paid opposition. Make no mistake about it. If they are not actually helping people, physically connecting with these people and helping them, but they're sitting behind a chair and running their mouths, thinking that they're wise in all their ways. Well, Christ spoke about this. They're not. Nobody can afford to be terrified. Nobody. And anyone that is within your group, if you think having somebody that is fearful when shit hits the fan, you're out of your mind. People need to be on top of their mind, on top of their spirit. They need to know where and how to stand. Otherwise, they're not trustworthy. So pay attention to what you're consuming. Pay attention to these people. If, and the individual I'm speaking of, again, like I said, I have no interest in shaming anyone. But if that individual comes around, and trust me, because of the amount of fear he had, and it's still visible today, that fear gets covered up by arrogance and egotistical statements and, oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. This is how you know people. You cannot allow yourself to be scared. Fear is the enemy. And fear manifests itself in multitudes of ways, particularly in men. And I've watched it behind the gates of a prison where thousands of these seem like very tough, badass dudes are mortified. And that's why they're on the weight pile and they're lifting weights and want everybody to see them as mean and tough. But inside, they're terrified. And so that's why a little guy can approach some of these terrified human beings. And they can't understand how you have so little fear. And their jealousy will outrage them. It's really something to watch. But I would take anybody back into this fold, always. But until then, if you're not one of us, you're one of them. And it isn't us that we're trying to defend ourselves against. It's them. I love you very much. Please stay tuned. We've got lots of news coming about the building of this VPN. This is going to be absolutely critical for us to be able to obtain this information and have this collective group of people as well in a private, protected, anonymous domain and platform where we can communicate safely and we can prepare and we can plan. We are not planning violent uprisings. Keep this in mind. Anybody that thinks we're going to go out and we're going to start a militia, all of those things, those already happen. We don't have anything to do with those. Our stand is peaceful for us. It is at peace, and if they choose to do something more, then that's their choice. We will make our stand. We will not live on our knees. We will stand like free people, and we will continue to do so until we can't do that any longer. I love you very much, and I really, truly hope that you're preparing yourself, because right now, and I believe Malia and I are going to be talking about this very soon, this is the time, and has been the time, to save up that oil. Right now is the time of the virgins. And they're coming and saying, give me some of your oil. And all of us say, you go buy some, because that's what you think you can do. This oil is stored up and it is savored, and we understand the value of this oil that we have inside of us. So keep that in mind. We've got much, much, much more coming. There are wonderful things taking place behind the scenes. I cannot wait to be able to establish these things, put these things into place. We're putting things in order that it was quite chaotic for us for the past little while, and it's still chaotic because nothing is the same and nothing is normal, and getting things accomplished isn't as easy as it was in the past. But I can promise you one thing, we're getting it done. And when you see and you experience what and why we've put these things together, you're going to understand just why we've spent so much time behind the scenes and not right here in front of you telling you, because as we say these things, obviously the enemy is opposition and he's always listening too. So please know that I don't say things here very specifically until they are actually ready to go. And I just give you hints and tips to it just so I don't tip off the opposition, because you've seen how ferocious the opposition can be. But I want you to see the peace of my heart. I want you to see and feel that I know that we're all going to be fine. Ultimately, wonderful. But things will be challenging. Things will be tough. We will need your help and you will need our help. So let's all collectively come together. If you know of any other channels that you believe should be a part of this, then have them contact me, dbros@gmail.com. I love you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.
So basically, I sent him an email. He responded back pretty quick. I'm kind of curious to see what this will amount to. I just know that with all the blatant censorship and everything else that's happened recently across the board on a lot of the different channels, I decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna see what this one does first. And it's becoming more and more apparent to me that things need to be done. So, Reliant members, you know what's up. Any other channels that come across this with 1,000 subs and you're interested in seeing what this is all about, there's his information. I've linked at the bottom of this video in the description, link to the original video, etc. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get in here and do this while it was still kind of fresh in my mind. I went to bed last night thinking about it, got up. This is one of the first things I did this morning. All right, guys, be safe, and I'll see you guys soon.